No, completely wrong. What is up, Dojo fams? It's your boy Bruce Leroy, and the boy is on the scene. Such an awesome day today. A lot of things going on right now. Please excuse the screen right now. I have to try to figure out so many different things because, like, right now I am not used to streaming on YouTube. I'm used to like Twitch. Twitch was like kind of more straightforward, but it seems like this is a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more different. So I'm trying to do my homework on it, so you gotta excuse me a little bit and try to, and hopefully work with the boy a little bit. It seems like it's working pretty fine right now, so I guess, hey, it should be okay. So, but today is a good day. As you can see right behind you on this little back end stream, probably has a little, it's getting a little weird and janky. I don't know why it's doing that. I've been trying to figure it out literally all day. So you have to please excuse I guess whenever this is going on. So I done perfectly tried to fix this thing and it's just not working out. Wow, now it just got completely worse. Oh my god. This is like real editing 101 right now. But yes, no, today is a pretty big day. We get to experience a lot of things. I get to finally show off the Paperboy gameplay. So man, without further ado, let's go ahead and go in straight to the demo right now. So as you can see, I do have some things that's right above me. Oh, it actually worked. Yes. Oh my god. Thank God. What? So I have an actual chat on here that I can see, but apparently I can't chat back unless I'm signed into. This is interesting. I've never seen this right here. Like, this is completely different than anything that I've seen. Alright, hold on. So I think I got it. And then this is that pop-out menu they were saying. Community, toggle, that map. Okay, so let me see if I can actually respond. Okay, so apparently I can't write back on actual OBS. I have to only write back on this actual web browser. So, all right. So I guess that's I don't know any way of fixing that right now. So we're gonna have to just do what we gotta do. So let me see if I can just minimize this thing and move it on to the corner where this probably should be at. And we can leave it there so I can at least be able to say something back to folks. Cool. All right, see, that works. Hello. Yes. Wow, Streamlabs. Need to tighten up. So, all right. So let's go straight on to the game right now. You probably seeing my shirt looking translucent right now because my business logo is actually green. So it's just not working out anything with all this stuff right here. Yes, we are live right now. We are live. So hold on, let's see what we got cooking. All right, so right now this is introduction to the Paperboy demo. We came so far and doing so many different things. We've been probably in production like a little bit over 2 years now, trying to get this thing perfected, get it in there. Lots of learning curves, lots of things that has been going on. Like, it's literally insane. But I'm glad to be back to streaming. I can get to share all this stuff with you as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. So obviously when you first come onto the game, you have the regular introduction that you see. You have here, which is the player settings. The player settings is basically what is your leaderboard name? You know, what people are going to see. How if you hit a high record, high score, this is the name you want to be displayed. So obviously you come in here, you write your name how you want to write it, and then life is good, and all you have to put is set your player nickname. For me, mine is going to be the same as these nuts, and that's always my name right there, and we're going to keep it scrolling. So once you hit select, if you want to know a little bit more about the game mechanics and how the game works, obviously you go to the game control. This is actually one of my favorite pages. Brendan, what's going on? This is actually one of my favorite pages right here, mainly because I have always been fond of this illustration that has happened. It's just the way Dion looks. And we'll get to the main characters in a while. So here are the player controls. This teaches you pretty much how do you kind of maneuver the game. Most of the movements is kind of PC default. So obviously you have the regular WSAD, which is like the forward, backwards, left, and right. So the regular PC configurations when it comes to that. Now in this game we do have pickup items, and the pickup items is kind of released basically in order, which you would kind of see inside the game. And then we do have tricks and stunts that you can use to actually help generate some more points, which we're gonna go over. And those right there pretty much is the in order, so 1 through 3. So because you only have 3 main ones, and then you have menu, which is you press press M. So jumping into the game, we have the introduction to our main characters for the game. You can't really see because I'm clearly blocking it right now, and I did not realize. So let's hold on 1 second. Let me move myself over, which is actually pretty good. I don't know why I didn't think of that. So come on here, grab these 2 things, and let's slide on over here. Yes. Boom. All right. And for some reason, that is janky as well. I made a list to figure out what's actually going on with Streamlabs right now. So because everything just seems to just not be holding it down today. So I might even just get rid of that whole enticing background right there. So thank you. Yeah, no, the artwork was amazing. Shout out to Sydney, shout out to Doe. They really did a very good job on that. So I mean, I really can't personally complain about it. They did an amazing job. So you have these 2 characters right here that's kind of going on. So let me see, is this the reason why that's happening? Apparently so. Well, okay. Well, I'll just do this instead. And in that way, we won't have to worry too much about those problems. Because it seems to be the animated background is kind of what's messing that up. All right. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and go over that. But as you can see, we have 3 main characters. So in these characters right here, we have our first character, which his name is Dion. We can go down and read his stories a little later. I'll probably go over the storyboard if you guys are interested in learning about the story. So the 3 main characters, you have Dion, Brittany, and Tyler. And then once you select your player of choice, you see here that we have actual bikes. So in these bikes, some of these bikes right now, we have actual skins. So down the line, we will have like DLC content where it would be like a upgraded bike, upgraded mechanics, or special vehicles that have special different type of moves. And then that'll help you kind of more survive and invade into the game. All right, so me, obviously, I'm gonna select my boy Dion. I think I like this skin right here because I ain't gonna lie, I'm a big fan of the green. I'm always team green, you know what I'm saying? And at the bottom right here, it actually gives you some nice little tips and tricks about like, hey, what you can do to kind of gain more points, or something to be look out for, something that you kind of catch on in the game. This background was actually really, really cool to make, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. And then these on the right hand side is actually the bikes that you kind of can use in the game, and obviously we'll add more as the game go on. So once you make your character once you make your character of your choice and you select your bike of choice, you go ahead and hit the start. All right. So once you hit the start, things are going to kind of like gather up, get inside right there, and then you will be released into the game. Now, what is the purpose of this game? The game is actually pretty interesting. So that message you might want to pay attention to. So I'll explain that in a second. So the basis of the game is, obviously, you can go out here and deliver the mail, run around, life is good. No, there's way more than just obviously delivering the mail. We are in 2023. We are in the era of technology. So there's no more riding on your beach cruiser, loafing going into your little bag, loafing it over your head, and hopefully it lands when you need to land. No, we have a modified mail bag with a modified mail launcher that attaches to your wrist like a gauntlet, and you just shoot it out. But I didn't want to stop it there. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. I didn't want to stop it right there because I feel like that'd have been just too plain. So what I did was I actually made a game of a little fast pace. So the game is more so designed for you to miss the target and actually damage the piece of property. And if you damage the piece of property, if you look up here to the upper right screen, you see stars. So basically what it is that you gain some aggro and a homeowner come chase you. Now, I wanted it to go a little bit further. Because I feel like, you know, I'm a comedy guy. Like, I love comedy. I love having a little extra da-da-da-da in there. So instead of having it just regular homeowners, it's actually the neighborhood watch that chases you. So if you notice right here that you see little arrows pointing down, these arrows are what we call safe zones. So if I come over here and I shoot it, and it go right in, I get my points, life is good. Now if I hit the doorstep right here, boom, hit that again, life is good. Notice that the points actually do vary, and throughout the course of the game, we may increase it, may decrease it, depending on what we actually see and the feedbacks, and you know what people may think is that, hey, I might want to add a little more kick in there. All right, so just keep that in mind. Now, another thing too is, like I said, we made this game designed so you can be pretty accurate with the gun. So if I shoot right here and I move, notice that it doesn't follow it the exact way that it goes. So you have to be pretty accurate with it. Now, if we miss the safe zone and actually damage the piece of property, we have someone come out and come chase you. So you have to be pretty careful. I wasn't expecting that voiceover. You have to be pretty careful to where you're aiming at. All right. Now, right here is pretty much where the leaderboard ends at, and this right here that lets you know where you currently stand. All right. So clearly, I've been playing this game. So you see like these nuts and tests all up on my screen until like I started conquering and beating more of the score. So most of this stuff will kind of go away. All right. But I am also my biggest fan. So that's kind of how that works. All right. So now we have the characters. So we out here. So now let's go into the actual gameplay. And before I forget, there's one of the things. Yes, you can damage the house. Right. And if you damage the house, you will still gain some points. But you won't gain as much as you would gain if you were just, you know, shooting the safe zones. So keep in mind of that, right? Another thing you need to keep in mind when you're targeting any one of the properties that's here, you want to be careful not to hit the window. Because as you hit the window, not only would you get a point, you will also get a negative. Oh. It happens. So, like again, be sure to make sure that you watch out for that. I don't even know if that stream will have that on there, but let me stop selecting that. All right, cool. I don't know if the stream may have that or not. I'm not sure. So anyways, so that's pretty much the basis of the game when it comes to shooting the mailbox and shooting and like obviously trying to gain some points. There's another way of gaining points as well. Throughout the game, there are random ramps that does spawn. So be sure that when we see a ramp, I'm going to hopefully jump it for you, see if I can kind of catch it. But they randomly spawn throughout the game. All right. So another thing that you want to pay attention to is that we have pickup items. Like I just picked up one of the pickup items, and that's called the Sugar Rush. Sugar Rush is more so for the speed. We thought about this because, you know, some kids, you know, what's the most potent thing for children right now? Sugar. Put some sugar in their tank. Lord Jesus, let them things run free. All right, look, we have an actual ramp right there. All right, but can I jump it? Oh, I hit it wrong. But anyway, we jumped the ramp. So once you jump the ramp and you hit like between 1, 2, or 3, you will actually be able to perform a trick. Now you got to hurry up and hit that ramp because it does despawn quickly. There we go. The boy done bust out a backflip. See, there's another ramp right here. So I hit 2, I'm going to hit 3, and then 3, I was able to do a freehand, and which is called the flyer in our case. So as you can see, we have multiple different mailboxes that's throughout and around the game. All right. So when you shoot them, you gain your points and life is good. But make sure you be careful not to hit one of the buildings, because you hit a building, a lot of folks will chase you. All right, and then we have different type of tier of people that does chase. So say in this case, I shoot this one, and I'm starting to build up aggro. So if I keep shooting, I'm going to continue to gain some more stars. Now the way that it works is, first star gives you an automatic homeowner to chase you. And you also got to watch out for that, because we do have random dogs and random pedestrian that can kind of chase you too, that you can kind of gain some aggro on. And watch out for those cars, which I'm going to show in a sec. So I'm going to keep damaging things, and then when I damage them, there's going to be more people popping out. Oh, whoa. Alright, so we have another character right here, which we kind of trying our best to dodge out, which is the next neighborhood watch. It's called Karen. She's pretty quick, but not quick enough. Who you want to watch out for is when you get to the fourth and fifth star. The fourth star will unleash our Rico Suave guy, which is called, whoa. We also have traps too. So we have our Rico Suave guy, which is kind of very fast and right there. He's kind of like the guy you see on the beach with his chest hairs out. Okay, I didn't get away from him. So he's kind of the guy that you get, you know, the guy that you see on the beach with the chest hairs out, that you always wondering why he just always had it ripped out with the necklace hanging. That's kind of him. But in this case, we call him Roller Dude. He's like our Rico Suave type of guy. All right. And if you get to 5 stars release our very famous OG Granny. And if you spawn her, she's going to be very difficult to get away from. So I recommend looking around. Just a little tip is look around for the pickups and get set up before you start getting loose out here. So now, there are certain things that I also want to bring up about the game as well that we have in the game too. We have little mini hitting items, and we do have hitting traps. Hitting traps could be something similar to this right here, where we're walking around and there's a dog that tries to come chase you. So if you miss him, if you can dodge him, that'd be overall great. And down the line, we will have achievements that kind of help with that. So if you move pretty quick, you can dodge. You can kind of dodge around him. All right. And another thing too, I'm pretty sure that you know that there are cars riding throughout the level. Those cars can hit you, and it would get you to be wasted. In that case, is meaning that the game is over. So you have to be very careful with that. So coming along over here, let's go ahead and just show you what that could look like. So if the car hits you, it can get brutal. That usually doesn't. It usually send you flying. It usually doesn't just trample you like that. But it was good. It was good. It was interesting to see. All right. So now I'm gonna try to see if I can just kind of get in here, play the game more natural, and obviously we can see what we look like. All right. So we got a big ramp right here. Let me back up, go in there, and see if I can hit this ramp pretty good. Oh, I was in the bus too. Now woo. You know what? I don't even remember having this many cars in the game. But apparently, we ranked up. See, you gotta be careful in how we're shooting it. And the level has many different places in the level that you can kind of bust out. So, and if you think that you can just come and just like, you know, one-handed like this, not all the time it's going. Oh wow, I didn't think he was there that fast. I tend to sometimes forget that we have edited the game based on when we like first started. Because before the character was like mad slow, and I remember telling my awesome tech artist to just increase the time frame. Increase the speed on them. But apparently, we did a good job with that. So when you're running around, try the best to like shoot as much as you can and without damaging. But see, it's pretty difficult to kind of get there, which is kind of a good thing. Woo, that dog was close. So when we get a little bit of more beef on the people that's just chasing you, I'm gonna try to use some of the pickup items to see if I can help invade some of the characters that's here. And if you want to, like I said, we do encourage, the reason why we have hidden items in the game, because we do encourage people to kind of run around and try to find a hidden item, because the hidden items will unlock certain achievements, and that's how you unlock some of the DLC stuff that's coming within the game. So, and the paper do travel pretty far, and as you can see, when you do hit something, it does leave a nice little indentation right there, but at the same time, be careful on when you hit a certain hitting certain position, hitting the buildings in a certain position, because they can really hurt you if you do damage a window. Now I want you to, I'm gonna just zoom the camera back. Okay, yep, he's coming. Get up bottom. Get up off that boy. Also too, if you look right here at the bottom, this is your speed calculator. This lets you know how fast you're going. This is the school that they actually that they do attend, and this is like our mascot in the front. I'm gonna try to see if I can wait for Rage Nerd to kind of come across so he won't kind of catch me. I think I left him in the back a little bit. So yeah, this is our school mascot called Debo. As you zoom in, you can actually read what it says. Like I said, we are big on comedy, so we like to have a lot of funny things in the game. So just kind of be mindful of those type of things. So everything here is very interactive, so make sure you be careful on where you shoot at. The school is pretty big. It's kind of more so things that you kind of go around and just see what's like, you know, sightsee, see what's going on within the game. So we do have on the school, I think we have like 3. I want to say we have 3 entrances. So you have one in the front, one on the side, and one in the back. So we kind of got to be mindful of that right there. All right, cool. Yeah, so if you keep damaging these schools, they kind of go off. You kind of go off right there. So this is the school proportion, and then now we have right here what is called, like, this is a factory. You can't really go there, go inside. It's kind of just there for like cosmetic purposes. And this right here is actually like our plaza. Shoot on up over here. So this is our actual plaza right here. So it's like the shopping center. You can kind of ride around, get a little nice little feel. You see like regular pedestrians and stuff, and people can chase you from here too. I did see something that I did want to highlight over here, or I saw it in that regular in the level 2. Okay, so if you notice right here that this mailbox is actually blue. The blue mailboxes is worth more. So as you shoot them, they can kind of give you a lot more points. But you gotta be pretty accurate with those too. So there's another one that we do have here. We have another area which is kind of more so when you riding out the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit me a little speed boost. Oh, missed that one, which it happens. So I'm hitting me a speed boost. I'm gonna ride out the back for a little bit. And this is like where we kind of go get a nice little scene that got a little beach vibe. On the left, I think on the right hand side of the level, on the far right, we have an actual beach that you kind of go roll at and chill at. But this side over here is actually like our it's a new area that we kind of added in here per the game, which is the what you call it again? We call it our you know, like our police, our fire department, police department. So this is basically the fire department right here on this side, and then we have the fire, we have the police station more so right here, and we just recently added this little cool little hospital. And shout out to a friend Thunder of mine, which he made this interesting texture, which is kind of very similar to like the Ghostbuster, but we turned it into an actual hospital car. So many people did a lot of good jobs with the game overall, and you want to be careful. Oh, okay, we done made a mistake right here. So we have here, which is our police department. So we gotta be careful when you gotta hit this one right here. So we have looked like we have a little bug when these guys are walking. No, we definitely gotta go ahead and fix that. But that's the wonderful part of a demo, because obviously bugs happen. So what I was trying to get at is be careful when you see some of these police stations or anything that has someone there, because they have a lot of the big points that you kind of hit right here, but you have to be careful with that, because in the big points you could make a mistake and hit a police station. If you do, you will get fined at 5,000 points. So that's actually pretty cool. And then you got overall, like I said, moving around the game, be careful and things that you can see. So we have there, we just added that, the hospital, and then we have more of the actual gameplay going on. So I play this thing a lot. It's kind of a cool thing for me. So now we have a guy coming right here. So if we hit him, if we wait till he gets close, I'm gonna slap him with the glue. Got him. So with the glue, it's a tactical thing to use the glue is. I mean, usually when I use the glue, I don't just like press it and move straight. I like to move in a little squiggly line, because you kind of expand where the glue is going to be. So it slows them down pretty good. So, and then another thing about the pickup items, you can only have one per, oh, he's back. All right. Got him. So You can only have one glue in a city, and once you have, okay, so we have another one right here. That old lady you see right there is our very famous OG granny. And as you can see, we always about to get caught by a lot of our pickup our traps. So you got to be real careful with those. So yeah, and they do once they can gather up the speed, they do get their speed back. As you saw, we hit what is called? We hit Roller Dude with the speed with a glue, and he did catch back up to us. So you can continue to move back out throughout the level, gain your points back up, keep it going, keep it strolling. Until obviously one of the enemies come through to try to catch back up with you. And then if you have a pickup item, which I think is like one every other block or so, and then you'll be all right. And now they do not stop chasing you, so be careful. Oh, whoa. All right. I didn't expect that one. Forgot all about that. So they do not stop chasing you. So they chase you out throughout the entire level, and that's basically mostly the gist of the game. So, overall, run around, deliver the mail as much as you can, avoid the traps as much as you can, gain as much points as you can to get along. Pay attention to these little words that you see up here. These words let you know what you're looking for. So we do have hidden items in the game. Like I said, that is mainly based for achievement, and it does give you a balleristic score because it's worth a lot of points to do ride them. So we do encourage you just to ride around in the game. Look for the actual hidden items. They are scattered around in a level in hidden areas. And yes, you can go inside of the homes. Not inside of the house. I mean, obviously that wouldn't be good for nobody. But you can come inside the gate, you know, check around, look around in the back, see if you can find some of the hidden items. You will know, trust me, when you see them, you will know that they're there. So just ride around in there, see if you can find some of the hidden items. Gain up the most points you can. Try your best to avoid as much of the property that you can. Shoot off in the safe zones. Oh wait! Oh wait! Oh, there it is. But for a second, I almost lost myself. So get as much points as you can. Look for the blue mailboxes right there. Look for the blue mailboxes. They are worth more points. Gather up the speed boost so you can kind of, you know, stay alive in this case. So gather as much gather up as much of the pickup items as you can. I probably will recommend, if you're really trying to get for the fat points and try to survive a little bit more, try to hunt down some of the speed boosts before you get in there. Pay attention to some of the hitting. Whoa. All right, that was a close call. What I was saying. So pay attention to some of the speed boosts that you get, so it can kind of help you survive more in the game. As you can see, I'm up to around 2.5. So I'm doing pretty good right now. We are gonna make some addition to some of the point system down the line, because like right now, one of the things that I'm definitely gonna probably add in is that I want more points, like a bigger points to be gained right up in here in this middle part, just so we don't have to worry about, you know, to make it a little bit more worth shooting it. Oh, okay. So see, you gotta watch out for that. But yeah, another thing that I did add into here that I didn't mention, that we try to make it a little bit customizable as much as we can. So if you hit M, which is the menu, obviously this message pops up on it's random every game. So you won't, basically the reason for that is so you won't memorize what the hidden items are. So they do scatter out randomly. So this is in here in the menu is kind of where you have your controls. So you kind of control the music if you want to have it up or down, however you want to have it. You can change the size of the cursor. So if you want it bigger or smaller, that is completely up to you. Some people and myself, like they like it smaller so they can have a little bit more accurate. Sometimes when it's bigger, it makes you can kind of see it better. Sometimes you can't. Who knows? Now we do have color values adjustment. Now the reason for this is one of our concept artists is actually colorblind, which is shocking to many people when they find this out. So he's colorblind, and it was a real good addition to kind of have that in here. So you can kind of change the You can change the color values to kind of help suit that. And if you're colorblind, to help you out. And we do have like regular themes right here. So we have like presets, like theme presets. So you can kind of hit these little theme presets and you can kind of use that as well. So as you can see, like here we have like the theme presets that kind of come along. All right. Yep. Forgot about that. Yeah. Every time I get hit with that, it's always interesting. Because Lord knows we put it in the game. So, and keep in mind too, when the game is over, obviously you have to repeat the same process because you don't know. That wasn't the thing to kind of just have it saved in. So if you want to use the themes, kind of use the themes, kind of saved in right here. We don't have right now. We do not have a save in function for the game. I mean, like for like the presets that you may choose. So you're gonna have to kind of remember that. But you can use the theme presets right here. But down the line, I'm pretty sure we'll probably have that kind of more worked in. All right, we got hit with another trap. So those traps are everywhere. So just be mindful of that. There are also traps hidden in the school area and things of that nature too. So, but another cool thing that we wanted to have in the game is we wanted to have a real good free roam function because we're going to probably be looking to have the thing into more multiplayer. So just be out on the lookout of that. And we have a lot of funny things like the roads and stuff like that. Look into those garages because the garages may be having something, hint, hint, that it could be having something in there. So yeah, super proud of like what we have been able to accomplish with this game. Very small team. There's so many things that I'm going to be going over as far as the game wise goes about the creation part of it. How was it creating the game? Oh wait, let's see if I get a big jump. If I get a big jump, turn around this way. Come on. Hey. Got it. That would have been a fat jump right there. Oh man, I missed that one. I got a little. I ain't gonna lie. I got shooken up by the characters that were chasing me. But yeah, moving on back to what I was saying. Like the creating the game was actually very pleasant. It was very hard. I'm not gonna sit here and say that oh man, this thing was easy and that's kind of what it is. No, it was very difficult because, like I said, it had a very small team. A lot of hiccups that went along the road. A lot more respect that I have for any dev team, anybody that is looking to create a game. It's such a enticing thing, but when you do get there, it's such a pleasant thing to have. To say that you actually went ahead and like created something special is actually pretty dope. Oh, whoa. Okay. She ran out there really fast. But yeah. It is fun. Like it is fun. Like I mean, listen. I'm not just saying this because this is my game. No. Like I feel like it's fun. I really enjoy it personally. And it's not even just because I'm like the creator of the game. Like I like games like this. I like it 'cause I grew up with games in this fashion. Not necessarily with all the like the big AAA stuff. Like I play them now, and which is actually pretty funny because it's like you think that because you're a game dev and you make game content or you make make levels and all that other stuff like that. I'm just cutting through the grass because I'm kind of getting away from them. And you think that you get to live and play games 24/7, and it's not even that case. Like you actually play less games, and it does like low key ruin your gaming experience. Only because like I play games solely different than I used to play games before. I play games now. Oh man, it went away. I play games now just looking for stuff, not to hate or anything, but I'm like, is that a seam line? Like I don't know, like it's completely different now. But the Paperboy, the reason why this thing kind of sticks towards for me is that I got a chance to really hone in and make. I didn't even know that person was chasing me. I thought it was like a runner. Like what made it make it home for me? Cause like I grew up with a Paperboy in my midst. Like I actually got a chance to experience a Paperboy route. And I am in agreements with everybody that has had a Paperboy in their neighborhood. Nobody liked them. Only because the guy was terrible, man. Like, he was completely terrible. Not even gonna lie. Like, every time he got a piece of mail, he always threw it anywhere he wanted to. Got it. Oh, no. Whoa. And I fall through. Dead zone. That's crazy. Well, and that's also the beautiful part of the game. We get to see that actual type of stuff. But and you would never know like stuff like that happens. It is completely random. Like you can go in there, try to find most triggers of that, and it just would never show. Like, I don't know. I find those type of things kind of interesting. Because then I get to kind of like, okay, look for another way to kind of go work around that. Like even still like creating the game, like I even changed the way I think of like game creation now. Like I tell folks all the time when they see me, they be like, "What am I? If I'm a 3D artist, I'm a tech artist, am I a level designer, what?" I tell them right now, at this point, as I was able to make this game, I call myself now. I call myself like a creative. I'm more of a creative problem solver because that's literally what we do every day, all day, is solve problems. And I love it. But another cool thing, like I said, like speaking of like more so, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know that I forgot. I be forgetting where these traps are, cause like in the game we have like a few traps. So we have like the dog, which as you just saw, like the dog he'll come out of nowhere and just kind of tries his best to come chase you and probably knock you off the bike. Then we have like the lawnmower, which the lawnmower just comes through and he and it just it's almost very similar to the dog, but the dog is a little bit faster. And then you have a dog, a random pedestrian dog, where the pedestrian dog will just kind of like gradually chase you throughout the level. And then obviously we have the cars, but I don't know. I never really considered the cars a trap. Yeah, I never considered the cars to be an actual trap because like you can kind of see them, like they're not hitting, they're just knowingly there. And the way the cards is like they kind of come more so like almost like I try to make like a Pac-Man effect. So you have one that'll come up here. Oh yeah, I'm getting chased. So you have one that kind of like you have like a block of the level, and one comes one way and the other one comes the opposite way. So it's always like this little circular effect kind of going like that. So you got to be mindful of that. And also too, as you can see, as you generate more and more points and knock off more and more your highest score, you would kind of get rid of this actual this placement here, and it'll tell you like where you are. So if you break your high score, obviously you'll have another high score, and then you just continue to keep climbing. Now I do want to have like down the line, like. Just had like a little competition or like who made the highest score, and you kind of like screenshot like your highest score. Because right now we don't have an actual way of connecting that on Steam, so we're trying to figure that out. Because like remember, we're like a very very small team. We're like a very very small team when it comes to this type of thing. But to be able to achieve getting to this level right here is actually pretty interesting. And you know, one of the cool things I actually like doing, what I'm like playing, I like to hit the speed boost. And when I hit the speed boost, I like to smash the brake just to leave those little tire skid marks. Ever since we got that in the game, I've been like literally my best trying to like get on my tire skids right now. Oh, TV. So yeah. Then look, see that dog right there. He just literally comes out of nowhere and he just kind of just chases you. And also you gotta be mindful of some of the vehicles in game, which it was still amazing to see how we was able to get the actual vehicles to respond to the actual stoplights. So that's actually pretty cool too. So wherever you decide to want to kind of set up camp at, you can kind of set up camp here. In the warehouse area, you can come over here, set up camp, and kind of gun down the park area. So we have like stuff here in the park where you kind of run around, have fun with the kids, and you can actually hear them playing, which is kind of pretty cool too. You know what? I do got I didn't know if we got. We used to be able to maneuver around the enemies, but now since we did the speed boost, them guys kind of been on the money lately. So yeah, for me, I like to lower my cursor because I don't know. I just feel like I'm a little bit more accurate. Damn. I need to add the cursor because I feel like I'm a little bit more accurate with that. So as soon as the game starts, I always drop my cursor down. So it might be a good addition to kind of probably have like one of those little save functions, which we have to see if that's going to be something that we want to kind of add it in. It may not be too heavy. So like I said, if you want to ride around in like this is like our little neighborhood area. So I'm going to give you the breakdown of like what these areas are. So this is like a little neighborhood area where we have majority of the houses at, which is a lot of stuff can kind of go down right here. And then in the back part, a lot of hidden traps. So to get away from the trap, one of the things we kind of recommend is you kind of zigzag. If you kind of zigzag it, you can kind of get away with stuff. So now, outside of getting caught up and trying to get some points, I want to show off a little bit of the areas. So here we have the neighborhood area, which is kind of like obviously the neighborhood. A lot of the suburb houses kind of come here. You have periodically we have like an apartment area, and in this apartment area you have like the leasing office. And yeah, shout out to Storm for making this little sign right here. Jesus, I thought this only went one way. See, I've been so busy in the creation side of it. It's kind of hard to keep up with where these cars goes. So yeah. So anyways, coming to this way. So we had the suburb area, and then going further down. Also, too, watch out for that guy right there that's on the skateboard. He also has a wasted function too. So wasted function is basically the same thing as the car. So Scoop, give me a little sidekick there. So yeah, this right here is our beach area. So we have the beach area, which is you can come over here, chillax, take some screenshots. We do recommend come through, take a little screenshots that's going on right here. And also too, you might want to check this area, just giving out a little hints. You might want to check this area when we're looking for the hidden items, because you never know, it could be over here too. So that's the beach area. So moving on over here, we have like I said, this is the neighborhood. Going further down past the neighborhood, we have the downtown area. So like I said, watch out for that guy. So we're gonna keep scrolling. If we would have had a speed boost, we'd have done made it by now. I didn't want to have speed boosters everywhere, because if you get speed boosters everywhere, you're gonna kind of move. So I'm just hurry up and hit that, because I know that dog is gonna be right there. Like I don't know. I'm going to continue to do the slide. So yeah. So you have this over here. So this is like the parking lot area for the downtown area. And we have like the auto parts, like you have like a regular, mechanic shop. Kind of gotta have a mechanic shop anywhere you go. So like I said, before you get into nitty gritty, I do recommend running around this thing, getting some of the pickup items to help you survive. So in this area right here, which is our downtown area, this is where a lot of the downtown stuff goes on. You can find your newspaper stands and like where the bus stops kind of come pick you up on. See regular people talking, chatting it up, trying to have a good time. Have our regular newsstand right here, which has a lot of cool stuff in it, as you can see. Our little websites in here, the Break Bear Build games. So you have the downtown area, which is just right here. You have a few different little miscellaneous areas, which is like you have here. We have like the gas station. Gas station kind of come right here. Then on the left hand side, but before I get to there, this right, I always call this side like our countryside. This is kind of like what the country is. We have like regular country people kind of come through and chillax right there. And then obviously you have the school. I mean, the school is kind of big, which is kind of a real big school. So it's like, we always envision it's kind of like, like when you have one of those charter schools, it's kind of have like, the K through 12, where you have like the middle school, high school, and you have college kind of plays in there. That's kind of what the school is. So another thing to pay attention to is right here. This is not an empty building, right? This is actually the post office, and then randomly we have a post office car come shoot out in this thing, and if you can kind of catch it and you shoot it, it gives you a lot of points, and you kind of gather up a lot of things that goes on right there. In this area right here, this is like our warehouse area. So the warehouse area was kind of like just have like random warehouses, and you have people kind of come, where you kind of have like your could be like mechanics kind of come here, or storages and things like that. This is kind of like that area that you have right here. And then next you have like our fast food joints. So you have the MC Chris fast food. So you have that type of joint right here, and then you have and a donut shop. So you got big boys right here. Another cool thing that we have too is kind of when we start talking about cosmetic stuff. If this is kind of more so on a joking side. So I get a kick out of it. So we're gonna kind of go down here. It's actually in the downtown area. So if you kind of scroll here to the downtown area and come to the parking lot, you see these little trucks right here. These are like our little food trucks. So we got to come over here trying to get me a little pickup item, slide over here, get in there right there. So we have on our food truck guys right here. So we had a very famous smoking hot dogs, smoking good hot dogs right there. And then we have Paco's Tacos, and then we have Chimichungin. So this is a cool guy called Chimichungin. These are all, mind you, all of these things right here has been made up. It has been made up by our community. So we're very big on the community and stuff like that. So anything that you kind of see in the game, most long you see in the game, we kind of have like a community kind of comes in, and you know, we kind of do our thing from that part on, which is actually pretty cool. So they made those names up: Willie D's Cookout, Paco's Tacos, and Chimichungin. They kind of made those up. So we're very big on the community base here, which you would kind of most likely see throughout the life of 3D Dojo. So shooting up over here. Over here we have the children's section, which is kind of like the playground. This side right here we have the factory, which is just, like I said, this is the factory part is kind of just here just for aesthetics. So there's nothing really that you can kind of go in there. Maybe down the line we probably may have something in there, but right now we kind of just like it. It's just kind of is what it is. And then this side right here is our like a swap shop type of thing. So this is kind of where you kind of go to and get all the nice little sales at. And then we kind of threw it right in here, which was kind of really good addition, which is the Build-A-Bear. So we have a Build-A-Bear warehouse, which is kind of what that is and what that represents right there. Pretty cool beans. And then just over here, this is like our just apartment section. And then we have, you know, the regular little homes over here. This little guy right here has actually always been a very fun guy. This is our regular newspaper stand guy. So gotta be, oh shoot, I ran right into that. So, and other than that, that is like the gist of the Paperboy. So it talked about a lot of different things, especially when it comes to the game and the mechanics of the game. But one of the things that I definitely wanted to talk about as we kind of, you know, watch and play a little bit of the gameplay is I want to talk about like just being a game dev in general. Man, I do love being a game dev, and also the journey that came along with creating this game has been nothing but amazing. It's been a lot of aggravation. I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, hey, this, it is what it is. Like, hey, it was awesome making it. Anybody can just kind of come and do it. No, you gain a lot of different respects on making game dev stuff, because having them being able to add things into the game is one thing, but being able to make it kind of more aesthetically functional is something else. Learning about the Unreal editor and things like that, because we made this game into Unreal. I'm a big fan of Unreal. Been a big fan for a long time. Being able to come into Unreal, make a game, make it functional, get good reaction from people, and being like a indie game studio. And as you see, being one of the first and very rare black-owned game studios is kind of a big thing to me, because it's very challenging. Our presence is really not within it. It's not within the gaming industry very much. We're a very low percent contributor to the game industry when it comes to actually creation of it, or, you know, being paid within it as well. But we do play a lot of it, so we are a contributor when it comes to playing games, but making them, we're just not that too far in there. And then look at me, being one of the amongst the few. Wow, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know why I thought I could make that, but apparently it didn't work out very great for me. So yeah, being one of the few people a few game studios in here makes me into like an alien or Pluto. And last time I checked, Pluto isn't considered a planet anymore. Um, so being one of the few people to be able to to be a game studio owner and also to be able to create a game and now having my first ship title, man, it's a journey. And it's a journey that's going to be worth talking about because like there's so many things that I can say that I wish I would have known before getting into this. Okay, come on. Oh, no. Get it. Let's go. Oh. Yes. Boom. Get in there. I like that. I don't know. I always try to go for the big jumps. Big jumps has always been interesting. But yeah. Being able to create that type of stuff is not an easy task, but it's very rewarding. And there's so many things that I definitely going to be making more videos of. Not even just streaming the game and stuff like that. Because a lot of the things that I'm going to be talking about too in upcoming streams and upcoming videos is like things that I wish I would have known, like publishing the game, like publishing, setting up Steamworks. Cause like and also being able to bringing out those additional help or some things that I've seen within the game itself that I would have I would have probably waited before I did that. Like so, it's a lot of stuff that I feel like can be very helpful. We already kind of conjuring up making videos about 3D modeling and things like that. But I want to talk more so on the game dev side too. And share like my knowledge and things like that will be probably helpful for other folks. But yeah, so these are the things that you kind of expect coming on. Now, the full, like I say, this is a demo. The full game would be released on October 20th, which everything will be obviously pushing another update which will have more things within the game, a lot of bugs, fixes, and things like that of that nature too. What else too? So make sure, obviously, for the people that have been watching the stream, watching the game, watching some of the gameplay, enjoying the game, please make sure you wish this so you can be on the lookout for those updates that do happen when the game come out as well. And then the game will be fully published, like I said, on October 20th on Steam. Other than that, I really hope you guys enjoy the game as much as I do. This game was very, very awesome to make. It has been a very big community game as well. So a lot of people who did want to pitch in from the community or have their own input was added into the game. I also made this game specifically, and this is like a big thing for me because I love trying to give back or give some help out to folks that are really in need. Because I look at folks. Oh golly, I look at folks more so like like myself. Because myself, I haven't received a lot of the help, especially within the industry or just in general, especially being on my own since, as a young age. I always try my best to get back. So I made this game specifically for people to be able to get a ship title on their resume and also to kind of give them some more real life experience working in the studio. And it has worked out pretty great for me. And pretty great for them as well. So when you do if you do get a chance to look at the credits, give a shout out to the people that kind of did throw something in the game or have some type of hand into the game. It's a very big achievement, not just for me, but them as well. And I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for a lot of stuff that I was able to create. Jeez, we have added a lot of cars into this game, man. So, anyways, thank you guys for coming in to enjoy the game, enjoy all the stuff that I was able to make up. For those that will be an interesting follower of the game, I look forward to having you. Glad you're here. Glad you even come here to show this type of support. Also, too, just want to throw out, keep in mind, if you want to be around a community that's very invasive, just some of this is, we do this like all the time. We have a lot of things to offer. Make sure that you hit the link inside the 3D Dojo or click our bios. Check out 3ddojostudios.com, where you can kind of come in, find more about the studio, join the community where gamers and game devs come together and unite, where we create games, we do art challenges, we have game night, we have feedback on different type of things. It's very, very cool in there. We also have workshops. We do those on Sundays where we share, where we do 3D modeling tips or whether vigorous programs, things such as ZBrush, Maya, Blender, you name it. It's been a lot of things that we kind of do inside there as well. Also, too, if you want to support the dojo, there's also a supportive link on the website as well, where you can kind of support the cause. One of the biggest things that we're doing right now is however much money that this game generates will be contributing that into a gaming lounge that I am looking to create right here in North Carolina, and that lounge will have will give access to people who want to learn these type of techniques, learn technology, so they'll be able to have the hardware provided for them for the people who are more so in need of it. Can come to not just play games, but be able to create games as well. I really appreciate everybody that came here and joined the stream, that seen the game, that you do find some liking within the game as well. Thank you for being a part of this journey, and your boy Bruce Leroy is out. Catch y'all later.